Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Monday after the British Open. Today is July the 23rd, 2018, and we do our Monday rewind. Every Monday, talk about all the tournaments from the previous week. Well, this week I've only got one tournament to talk about, but I have such a lot to talk about that although I usually don't use notes, I've made a note of what I wanted to say because I don't want to miss anything that is here that is so important. Of course, the tournament itself, what a great tournament. One of the best British Opens I've watched in a long, long time. To watch Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth going head to head, and then the other kind of minor players like Chappell and Schauffele, and nobody really thought about Molinari. He was there, he started off, he made 13 pars in a row, and he was just amongst the leaders, but nobody ever thought, wow, Molinari's going to win. A lot of you know that I picked, at the beginning of the week, I picked Molinari to win because he was the informed player, and I really thought he'd got the confidence and the game to win. And he just played his steady game. He didn't allow, Tiger Woods was, putting on a run on that front nine, never allowed that to push him or change his game plan. He just played steadily, and then he birdied the 14th, which is one of the things in my notes here is to, the next time they have the British Open at Carnoustie is to turn that 14th into a par 4 and make it a par 70, because that was a joke. That 14th hole, in almost every round, players were hitting anything from a 5-iron down. I think Rory McIlroy hit a pitching wedge. It's not really a par 5. On Thursday, there were actually more eagles than pars on the hole. So I hope the USGA takes note and turns that into a par 4 for the next tournament. So Francisco, after birding the 14th, carried on with his pars, and everybody was hoping that Tiger could pull something out of the hat, which he's done in the past, but this is not the old Tiger, and I think he's done amazing to get even to where he is now, where he was contending on the final 9 holes of a major championship. I think that kept everybody glued to their TV. He hit it in close on 18 to try and put the pressure on Francisco. Francisco misses the green, maybe he makes a 5, Tiger makes a 3, gets that 2-shot swing. But Francisco showed what a great golfer he is, and he hit his inside of Tiger's, and that took all the wind out of Tiger's sails, and Tiger knew that it was over and missed his birdie putt. One thing Tiger did not realize when he was standing over that putt was if he'd sank that birdie putt, it would have put him into the top 50 players in the world. Now think about this. Tiger Woods started 2018 at 487th in the world. That putt would have put him in the top 50 in the world. He missed that putt. But fortunately for him, Jordan Spieth missed a short putt on 17, and that changed I'm not quite sure how the dynamics of the world golf rankings work, but that bumped Tiger back up into the 50th spot, and Tiger will be playing in the Bridgestone Invitational, which is a world golf tournament. A number of things that I took away from this tournament. First of all, the gallery. I think we're all so sick and tired of hearing, Bubba Booey and get in the hole and mashed potatoes. Those things are getting old, and the British gallery are the best gallery in the world, most knowledgeable, and except for one incident on the 18th tee in the final round where some idiot, yelled on Tiger's backswing. What the purpose was, I don't know, but I hope he has cramps in his stomach for the rest of his life. I hate bad behavior, and all that is showing is it's showing the rest of the world how ignorant and bad manners you have. So I hope all that yelling comes to an end at some point. The trains. This is something that we don't have in the United States. The United States has a very poor train system. And in the UK, man, you can get on a train and go from anywhere to anywhere. And usually you get out everybody coming to Carnoustie. They didn't have to drive cars, struggle for parking, do anything like that. Get on a train wherever you live, straight to Carnoustie. You get right off, literally walk 100 yards and you're on the golf course. It's the same with Troon, it's the same with St Andrews. All of these great golf courses, the train station is right there, and it makes life for the spectators, and if you're going to go and play that golf course, it makes life a whole lot easier. One of the other chants that I heard that I was disturbed with was a group of people yelling, USA, USA. You know, there's only 3 times that I want to hear that chant. Ryder Cup, President's Cup, Solheim Cup. When you're playing for your country, it's fine to pull for your country and cheer for, you know, whichever country you support. But this is not a country tournament. This are individuals playing, and that's an insult to every other player in the field to be chanting USA, USA. Again, it showed ignorance from a lot of players in the gallery. Tiger Woods, as I mentioned, started 458th in the world and climbed into the top 50. That is an amazing achievement for anybody, never mind somebody who, you know, is in the end of his career and had all these injuries and surgeries and has still managed to get back up. It matches Ben Hogan's comeback when he had his accident back in 1952. I'm really glad that the chairman of the R&A stood up and made a small little memorial to Peter Thomson. Peter Thomson epitomizes what the British Open really is. We all make big fusses about Brooks Koepka won 2 in a row and Curtis Strange won 2 in a row. Peter Thomson won 3 British Opens in a row. He won in 54, 55 and 56. Then skipped 57 and won again in 58. So he won 4 tournaments, 4 British Opens in a span of 5 years. And then he won again in 68. Over a span of 21 years, he only finished outside the top 10 twice. So our thoughts all go out to the passing of Peter Thomson. What a great golfer and gentleman he was. Jordan Spieth, I've never seen such negative putting in all my life. I sat and watched Jordan, and even though he was in it right until the 17th hole, I didn't keep stats or mark as he was playing, but my guess is he left more than 50% of his putt short. These greens were much slower than the greens they're used to playing in the US. So what most of the players should do is you can now putt more aggressively. You can, you know, hit this ball well past the hole. It's not going to get away from you like it does on the fast greens in the US. So aggressive putting where you're trying to get the ball 12, 18 inches past the hole, and to leave it short the whole 4 days of the tournament was frustrating. I think Jordan Spieth played well enough to win the tournament, but he's got to sort out his putting and his mental attitude because it was extremely negative. Adam Scott, I watched him very carefully. You know, the anchoring band, when I watched Adam Scott putt, it looks so much like he's still anchored. If you watch his hand and his chest when he putts, the hand and the chest move together. If you watch Bernard Langer, the shoulders move, but the hands don't move. With Scott, the hands and the shoulders move together. I'm not sure that he's not anchoring, but I'm just saying. Bernard Langer, the ageless wonder. I mean, he's got to be the favourite this week in the Senior British Open. If he can play Carnoustie from the tips and shoot 1 under par for 4 rounds, that is amazing golf. Congratulations to Bernard. You are everybody's idol, particularly us golfers in the 60 and up category. It gives us hope. Jon Rahm, another player that was a favorite going in here. I'm just sick and tired of the club throwing and the tantrums that go on with Jon Rahm. Until he learns to behave, until he learns to control his temper, he's not going to ever win a major championship. That constant throwing tantrums and throwing clubs doesn't belong in a major championship. And it does take a while, to get the feel. And I think his expectations are way above his ability right now. That's about all that I have to say about the British Open. Next week, we have the Canadian Open. It's going to be played at one of my favorite golf courses, Glen Abbey Golf Club, just outside of Toronto in Oakville, Ontario. The European Tour is in Germany with the Porsche European Open. That's going to be played at Green Eagle Golf Club in Hamburg, Germany. The Champions Tour, as I've said, is the senior British Open. We played at St Andrews. And the LPGA plays in the Aberdeen Standard Investments Ladies Scottish Open, the same place as the men played, Gullane in East Lothian. So none of the tours are playing in the USA. We've got Scotland, Germany, Scotland. So nothing going on in the US, but I'm looking forward to the Glen Abbey Golf Club. It's a great golf course, and I think that's going to be a very, very good tournament. I hope Molinari plays in the Canadian Open, because to win 2 national opens in a row back-to-back would be absolutely wonderful. So thank you for watching. We've got a great week coming up: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Great blogs. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.